Hello everyone, my name is Sergio Martin, and the tool I am going to teach is the Story Matrix. The reason why I'm teaching it is because I strongly believe that stories convey are a much better tool for clients to understand what you're trying to say and to persuade clients basically. So I am going to teach this to a colleague. So this is how I will start. So I wanted to talk to you about a sales tool called Story Matrix. The reason why I wanted to talk to you about it and basically teach you how to use it is because I don't know if you've noticed, but when we go to meetings and we just basically run through a list of features, or we just say, look, you can use this feature to achieve these, clients do listen, but it's not as effective as if, for example, I'll give you an example of an existing client that we have. Now, you know we have one of the biggest hotel chains in Spain, correct? So when I talk about that client, I don't tend to say, okay, this client uses our dynamic creative feature, therefore they've increased their results. So what I say is I start with what the client wanted to us to do when we had a conversation with them. So they said, look, we want to increase our sales. We want more people to book our rooms. And we would like to use your platform, and we would like to work with you to develop something that can help us do that. And so their need was to basically make sure that occupancy was higher. So to make sure that all the rooms were booked and there were no empty rooms in hotels. So we understood that, and we developed a completely customized solution. And when they saw it, they realized that they could use basically their entire feed of, we call it feed, but it's basically all the rooms and hotels and prices that they have on a database. They could connect that to our platform, and whenever they wanted to show an ad to a client, they could show a hotel that was relevant to that user, to that client, a hotel room that was in need of being booked, and because so that they could fill that entire hotel, sell all the rooms, and if the client could not, and if there wasn't if they the user could not book a room in that hotel, they could also show them similar rooms of similar prices in similar locations. So that made their sales and bookings increase by a significant percentage, and thus hitting the ROI, and thus making the chief, basically the boss, really happy. So that's how I would use that story. I would collect the story, I would write it down on my story matrix, I would make it my own story, make it your own story, rehearse it a few times, and then when you want to talk about our dynamic creative feature, make sure that you use that story and you tell a story, and not just simply go through the motions of talking about the feature.